Hello everyone, welcome back to another awesome review. And today I went Black Friday shopping. By the time I post this video, it's probably gonna be like Saturday, Sunday, maybe like next week, which is the first week of December. But anyway, that doesn't matter. What matters is that I went Black Friday shopping and Walmart had this deal where it was 2 Transformers for 15 bucks. That is a steal. And I actually got my hands on these guys. And I've been wanting both of them for a while. And I just thought, why don't I review them, you know? Now, are they still worth the buy? Because I know this one's old and that one just came out this year. So, I'm thinking I'll do a part 1 and part 2 or something like that. Anyway, let's start reviewing Bumblebee. This is going to be a Transformers, the movie, from the movie. So, it's going to be Generation 1. Transformers studio series. And this is going to be, let's just get on with the review. Okay, so before we get into it, let's just start with the box art. So we have our figure here in the windowless packaging like how they used to. Cardboard. Pretty cheap. And it has, of course, our figure, Bumblebee, 86, and Studio Series, all that. 8+, which is shocking because Marvel Legends is 4+, and you know what I mean. There he is, right there. Then here's the side. 86, cool. There's the other side, there's the top, there's the bottom, and there's more of him. Deluxe class too. And here's the back. And it is, yep, I gotta say this is awesome. It turns into a little beetle, it looks like. Anyway, if you want, you could pause the video, read the description. Hopefully my camera quality makes it, look good. But other than that, enough of the talking. Let's get right into the figure. Okay, so this is what this set includes for accessories. First, this is an accessory, but it's an instruction manual on how to transform them. Yep, how to transform them. Then you get this backdrop like every other figure. And yeah, not too bad. I probably won't be keeping it, not gonna lie. And then you get his accessory, which is in tape, and this cheap little plastic birthday party bag that you'd get in those little bags if you know what I mean. If this focuses. Whatever. Hold on. There we go. Yep. So, let me just pause this recording and then show you with some transition skills. In 3, 2, 1. Boom. Transition. Yep. It's really bland, honestly. Fart noises from my mouth. That's, yeah. Just one accessory. Nothing too special. But hey. Enough about this accessory, and let's get right into our Bumblebee figure. Okay, so in Autobot form, his articulation is not that bad. He can look that far up and that far down. His neck, it's not the best, to be honest. But anyway, his arm 360 all the way. It's like on a ball joint. His arm goes about that far high. And he has a bicep swivel. Goes 360 all around. Let me see. Why is my camera quality not good? It's weird. Anyway, his arm could go about here. You know what? It's probably the background. Alright, that should do. Anyway. Yep, that's better. His arm is... hold on. Alright, that's better. Anyway. His arm is it's not the best arm. His hand goes 362, and he can hold the gun. Hold on. Like so. He doesn't have any body articulation, just twist. Can't go forward. So he's going to rely on your legs, which go that far down, that far back. You can kick sideways. And he has a thigh cut, 360 all around. His knee could go forward. And it could go frontward if you want to. Oh, actually. Yeah, it does. And he has an ankle pivot. Interesting. And yep, his feet are just giant little boots. So yep, that's it. The wheels, everything. Yep. Nothing much to say. Detail's pretty cool. Like the paint. Looks a little cheap though, not gonna lie. But anyway, let's hope that the car version is cooler. So, yep, I'm just going to assemble his car, and hopefully I'll put this as my new background. Yep, you already know it. Let's get into it. Oh boy, was that a woozy. I forget how hard it is to transform Transformers. And yeah, he's a small little beetle. That just gonna say he's just a beetle. That's what he is. And it's hilarious. It is really cool too. I really like it. It is actually really hard to keep them together. But hey, it looks a little cheap though. I do gotta admit. The yellow and then just wish they did better, you know? And then right there on just, yeah, it looks like a McDonald's toy. That's what I just thought of. And then his gun just goes back there. There's a little port. Oh, dropping stuff. Little, come on. There's a little port. Just plug it in. There it is. But yeah, wheels move. That's the bottom. And it actually rolls. Let me put the camera down. Get to see some rolling action. All right. If I could get this focus. And it's going to roll to me. Yep, it actually rolls. Let's see if we could drop the backdrop. Go. Oh. Go. High score. There we go. Yeah, it's not bad, but also not a really good Transformer. I actually am glad I got it when it was on sale. Really glad that I didn't get a full price. So, I don't know. I had better expectations for this figure / Hot Wheel, but anyway, could have been better. It really could have been better. Other than that, though, I think that's gonna wrap up for today's review. Oh, hold on. Let me let me just untransform him so that I may scale him with other figures, with the backdrop, of course. Okay, it was way harder than it looked. I'm actually out of breath. God. Anyway, here he is next to a normal 5-incher. And yeah, he's hold on. He's pretty small, I gotta admit. I would say this guy is around 5 inches. No, this is 6 inches. So I would say, actually, yeah, because the Ninja Turtles are 5. I don't know how tall this guy. I'm sorry, but he's small. And here he is compared to Transformers 1 Optimus. And yeah, you could do that. It's a good scale. But yeah, that's other than that. And then here's a Marvel Legends. I just reviewed this one, Daredevil. And yeah, it's not that bad. I actually really do like it though. It's pretty fun to play with, though it's cheap, it feels like. I would have gotten it for Black Friday or if they're still having sales. But yeah, and for comparison, here he is next to a I don't know. Like I said, Black Friday. I went all crazy, guys. All crazy. Anyway, that's it. Just stay tuned for this review. Yep, the Devastation Optimus Prime. I am excited for this figure. So yeah. Other than that, though, just, you guys tell me your thoughts on this figure. If you have it, hey, and you like it, I really don't care. We're all here to talk about action figures, and, it's just all about being ourselves, basically. So, yeah, I don't like it, in my opinion, but it is fun to play with. It's like I'd give it a 5 out of 10, a 50-50, or a 50 out of 100. That's what it is, yep. Anyways, though, like I said, comment your opinions on this figure in the comment section down below, and make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't. And how about you like the video, or maybe send it to a friend. Other than that, though, that's going to wrap up for today's video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.